Welcome to Azure Data Factory Real-Time Scenarios. How to use Azure Key Vault in Azure Data Factory. So first we'll see what is Azure Key Vault. Azure Key Vault is a cloud service. So it is a cloud service for securely storing and accessing secrets. So it is used to securing the data and accessing secrets. A secret is anything that you want to tightly control access to, such as API keys, passwords, certificates, and cryptographic keys. So, if you not understand about this, you don't worry about that. Suppose generally I want to say small scenario. Suppose you are a SQL or some database admin, and there are certain few people are developers. So you need to share the access to your database to the developers, but in that scenario, you need to share your username and password to the developers because these are the some secure informations. So if you share, there are maybe a problem for the admin people. So in this purpose, instead of sharing the username and password, we'll share a link or a key. So they can use that key, but they cannot modify any data in Azure Data Factory. So let me explain the few things what we need to do it. First, you need to create a Azure SQL database because from this SQL database we are going to use a username and password and the connection strings. So this is the what we are going to store in our Azure Key Vault. So connection strings from Azure database. Next, to create a Azure Key Vault. Now in Azure Key Vault we need to store the secrets, so which are get from connection strings. And once we store the secrets in Azure Key Vault, we should give the access. And then we need to create a Azure Data Factory because we are using the in link to service. So the link to service are available in Azure Data Factory. Create a link to service for Azure Key Vault. So we need to create a separate link to service that can be used in any other databases or wherever you want. So we need to create a link to service for Azure Key Vault and use Azure Key Vault link to service in Azure database link to service. So just I am using here link to service database. If you want, you can take whatever you require. So it depends upon your scenario. So let me move on to the my Azure portal. So I already have logged into the portal. So let me go back. So first I need to create a SQL database. So let me search here SQL databases and create a new. Next, so select the subscription and select the resource group you we already have. Otherwise, click on create new. So I'm giving here Azure resource group. Next, let me give the database name Azure database. So this is Azure database is my database name. So there is no server, so we need to create one server also. Azure SQL server. So let it be check the name. Already name is available, not available. Sorry. So let me change. So the name is available. Now we need to give here user admin logins. So just let me give one username, and here we need to provide password. Next, to confirm the password. So this is the information we are going to save in our Key Vault. So we are not, so as I'm admin person, I want to store with me. I don't want to reveal with this any data, but others can use my database using the secret. So that okay, click on OK, review and create and create. So the deployment, so validation is processing. So we need to wait till the validation has completed. So initializing deployment. So we need to wait. Still deployment has completed. So submitting deployment. So we need to wait. So we'll wait until the deployment has completed. So deployment is completed. So go to the resource. and under the resource, so this is my database, so Azure database. So let me set the firewalls first, the most important thing. If you not set the firewalls, so we are unable to access the database. So the first one is you need to click your IP address and it should give the permission and click on save. Now go back to, just a minute, I'm going back to my resource now. So actually, let me create one database. Already, sorry, I have created a database. Let me create Azure data factories and let me show. So where need I require really keyword. So let me choose my previous one, my data factories 190. So, so this is my data factory, and git configuration I will do it later. Let me create. So create. So I'm going to show you actually what is the use of keyword, Azure keyword in Azure data factory, where it is really needed. So it is a one of the example. So deployment is completed. Let me wait until it is completed. So deployment is completed and click on open. So this is my Azure data factory, and go to the manage tab and link the service, and let me choose SQL database, Azure SQL database, continue, and loading here. This is the most important thing. So generally what we'll do here, we'll take here the server name and database and authentication, username, all this we'll take here indirectly. That means directly. Sorry. Okay, so what happen if you choose here, we'll take the database and then we'll take the database name and authentication, username, password. So as I'm admin, I don't want to share this username password with my development team. So that is the reason what I'm doing is I will provide a key. So that is Azure keyword. If I provide the Azure keyword, see, so this is nothing else. It's username, passwords. It asks only the username, but doesn't require any passwords. So, but if I share this keyword to my development team, they can access to my database. That's it. They are not going to change anything because they don't know the password. So this is the main reason but I'm going to use it. So let me close it. So let me go back to my databases. So this is my database and click on here connection strings. So this is the string which we are going to use. Okay, see here, this is my username. See, this is my username and the password. So let me copy this total thing and let me take and paste it. Okay. So we need to change the password here, and you can change whatever the password you required. So just I'm taking one password. So whatever the password required, you can change it, and now again copy it totally. Now, so I copy. So this is the what I'm going to, this is what, okay. So this is the key, secret key, which I'm going to use to save the data in Azure keyword. Let me go back to my and search here Azure keyword. So this is the keyword, and I don't have any keywords. So let me create a keyword, and here same thing, and keyword you should create. Okay, so keyword. So which keyword it is? Database keyword. Database keyword. So you can give any name here, and now review and create. So we need to wait until it was completed. Now click on create. So deployment is process. So we need to wait till it has complete. Now, so deployment is completed. So go to the resource. Now already we are copied this secret key from Azure database. So we need to save this into keyword. So there is a reason that we are using secret. So the secrets are used to store the keyword or secret information of the database. So just give here the name. So my secret info. So this is the keyword name which I am using here. So secret key, and here we need to provide the value which I copied from here from the database and paste here, and let me click on create. So the keyword has completed. Now as we have completed the save the secrets in my secrets, now we have to give the access. That's the reason we are using access policies. So let me delete my previous one. Now I need to see here add policy, access policy, and there are the different things, okay, which we can provide. So first let me give key secret certificate management. I'm giving this one, and select the principal. So let me choose my data factory name here. What is my data factory name here? So my data factory is 190. Let me search. So my data factory is 190. So let me choose my data factory name and select it. And now click on add. Now after that click on save. Okay. So I have completed both the things. The first one is secrets and the second one is policies in Azure keyword. Now let me go back to my Azure data factories and go back to link to service. Then we need to create a link to service. Come back. See. So we have completed the first step, second step, Azure key completed, store secrets completed, give policies completed. Now created Azure data factory already we have created. Now we need to create a link to service for Azure keyword. So let me click on new and search for keyword and give here the keyword name. So whatever the name is required. So ls I'm giving as a link to service, and choose a subscription and a database. So this is my keyword name. See, database keyword 90, which I given previously. Now click on test connection. So completed, and now click on create. So this is the keyword which I am going to use for my database now. So let me create one more and SQL database. So Azure SQL database. So this is my link to service, and here, so before we are taking here that connection string, username, all things, server name, database name, all we are going to take, but in this scenario we are taking only Azure keyword. So then everything will be changed. Now we need to select the link to service, Azure AKV, Azure keyword link to service, which is created before. So this is my created before, and then we will also secret name. So this is my secret name, and the version will take, and all the things will automatically will appear. Then we need to create a test connection. So connection was completed and create. So in this way we are going to use Azure keyword. Thank you for your valuable time.